In this video, we'll discuss about respect and appreciate life. People who are able to find happiness in small things are those who live a happy life. For others, it's easy to forget what they have since they're so busy looking for what they don't have. It's funny how the mind works, thinking that what you could have will be more valuable than what you do have. But just how do you measure this happiness? There are people who have a lot of money but aren't happy, and then there are those who have no money but are happy. This difference exists because of their state of mind. Those who appreciate life find happiness no matter what. While happiness itself can mean a lot of different things for different people, those who are the happiest may not necessarily have the best of everything, but they do make the best of everything. If your happiness is associated only with achieving certain goals, such as a nice car or a good job, then rest assured that the search for happiness will be a lifelong pursuit. This is because once you get these goals, you look forward to meeting more goals, which will make you happier, and so on. In other words, your happiness is always placed somewhere in the future, but never in the present. On the contrary, happy people are always happy in the present. Their happiness is right here and now with who they are and what they're doing. They learn to appreciate life as it is and don't give a thought to how great things will be in the future. If you want to lead a happier life, try including these Zen habits to appreciate life better. Learn to let go. This may sound difficult to do, but learning to let go can release you from a lot of worries. At times, you stick on to things that don't matter. You feel that if you let go, you won't be able to survive. In essence, it's an attempt to hold on to meaningless issues for more meaningful ones. When letting go, you need to realize that walking away from certain situations is a step forward. In fact, there are times when certain things in your life aren't meant to stay. Perhaps the most difficult part about letting go is moving out of your comfort zone and into new territory. But remember that change happens for a reason, and you should be ready to embrace it. Consider the example of a couple who splits. Either way, both parties involved will be impacted, but until and unless they let go, they can't reduce the impact. Holding on to pain or unpleasant memories doesn't fix anything. If anything, it holds you back. It could be a tragedy or an untimely death, leaving you pining for what could have been. You yearn for what should have been or what you feel you were entitled to. It could also be a dream, a desire, a hope, or a wish, something that you may have wanted for years but never actualized. It becomes very important to let go because all this is dead weight, and the longer you hold on to it, the longer it takes for you to move forward. The same also stops you from investing in your present and being happy at the moment. Even when you look at all the stuff you possess, ask yourself, do you really need to have so many things? That shirt you stopped wearing ages ago still hangs in your closet. Those shoes that were your best friend in your college days still have a spot on the shoe rack, and all those books which you'll never open again are taking up half the bookshelf. You talk about letting go, but keep holding on to excess baggage. Learn to let go of things and let more life in. Turn more to nature. There is no denying the fact that everyone feels happier when they are in nature. Mother Nature never disappoints and always provides inner peace. Being in nature helps reduce stress levels, and if you notice, time also slows down when you're in nature. The sense of urgency and rush that you experience in your daily life seems to come to a standstill when you turn to nature. Instead, it's replaced by a healthier pace of life. Things in nature happen according to their natural rhythm, instead of being dictated by clock time. When you spend more time in nature, you stop to enjoy the scenery and learn to appreciate more. You learn to breathe slowly and relax and get relief from the daily grind. It is possibly one of the best ways to add more Zen into your life. When you cut yourself off from nature, you get assimilated by the drive to be as comfortable as possible, to make your life as pleasurable as possible, and to resist as much hardship as you can. But the truth is that you can never be pleased or comfortable all the time, and you certainly can't always be in control. Staying in touch with nature brings you back to reality. So many things in nature are beyond your control, such as the rising and setting sun. You can't control when it rains or when the temperature gets too high. You learn to accept these elements as they are, which is a lesson in humility. It makes you realize how little control you really have. You accept this reality and learn to be happy in your given situation. Happiness is closer than you think. To conclude, the quest for happiness doesn't have to be an impossible task. It's right there for you to behold, if you choose to do so. Contrary to popular opinion, which looks for happiness in nicer things, you can find happiness in the simplest of things. Have a productive day, go out for a walk in nature, or listen to a beautiful song. Notice how all these unspectacular things can make you happy. All you need to do is connect with happiness, and it'll be right there for you. Happiness isn't something that you can get from external things, but comes from within you. It is also not something that happens to you, but something that you make happen. And remember that you'll never find happiness if you keep looking in the wrong places. To look for happiness outside yourself stops you from being yourself. So instead of searching for happiness, just be yourself and you'll find that happiness will come to you. Some people experience a sense of happiness through giving. This is because giving connects you with others. So if that's where you feel happy, then give away generously. You may also have reminisced over the past thinking about those happier days. But if you think hard enough and try to remember, were you happy at the time that you now consider to be a happier time? You'll probably realize that you never took note of your happiness as you experienced it. This is because in your mind, happiness is something that lives in the memory rather than something you consciously experience. To associate happiness with either the past or the future leaves no room for it in the present. This is what you have to change. Focus on gratitude and count your blessings so you can learn to be happy in the moment. Chances are you already have happiness in your midst, but just don't realize it.